Shout out to my people. Shout out to my people sending love, positivity, and good vibes to my people, man. I hope you guys are doing good today. I'm doing great. Today I just wanted to tap in, catch you guys up on what's been going on. So yesterday, since I didn't make a video yesterday, I'm gonna start off by yesterday. So yesterday, Sunday we had the festival. Monday, I was driving. So Tuesday was yesterday. That's the video I didn't make. So Tuesday, first comes to first, woke up, man, shot straight up, brushed my teeth, shot to Walmart. And I had to buy some cleaning product and I had to buy some groceries for the kids. So, I'm literally, as soon as I open up my eyes, I'm like, oh, snap, you know what I'm saying? And lately, I've been waking up at like the perfect time, like right before I really like am either late, I feel like at this age I can literally, like, no matter what happens, I can drink the night before, I can oversleep, stay up. But if I say, to myself, if I say, oh, I gotta get up at 6 or I gotta get up at 7, it's like something in me that like allows me to get up. So last night, I was gonna go to the grocery store. I hit the gym. Well, no, this is 2 nights ago. So Monday night, after being on the road, I came home, went to the gym, completely wore out. The grocery store was closed, so I told myself, first thing I do when I wake up for Tuesday is I gotta wake up and go to Walmart. So we went to Walmart, bought products for my detailing company. And the cool thing about buying products now, before, the typical Armor All, I think that's what they say. The biggest brands when it comes to cleaning products, you find out that, I want to say, Armor All and Kim Boys, those are the two products that I started off on, just because I seen them everywhere. But a lot of the times I felt like Armor All was way better back in the day. And now, like with anything, a lot of these foods don't taste the same. I feel like the same thing with the Armor All product. It's I won't say it's not a good product, but when it comes to actually detailing cars, there's definitely better choices. So I'll be on TikTok scrolling, and that's another thing that I do like about TikTok. Besides, TikTok shop, being able to go live, make some money, you can network, meet new friends. Anything, TikTok is almost like Google, YouTube, where, if you have a question, 9 times out of 10, 10 times out of 10, somebody already made that video. So, I Google what's the best detailing products or products to buy from Walmart, and the algorithm will slowly but surely start sending you those videos. So I'm in a place right now, we're on not day, but this is the 5th time that we went out. So each day, and this is just referring to anything that you guys do, you should always be trying to better yourself. When we go out there, I'm thinking, how can I make this as efficient but less time consuming as possible? And products goes into that, preparation goes into that, how you attack, how you prep and plan. What, me, the first thing I do is I vacuum, vacuum everything up, because that's the most time consuming. So I sit there, vacuum everything out, wiping stuff down is next. Making sure when you open the car door, a lot of the times people will always forget, but you have to, like with me, I'm putting myself in the customer's shoes. Since we work for the dealership buys these cars off the auction, which this is a gym, and which I'm eventually going to do. Buy your cars off the auction. We don't have a dealer's license right now, but once we get a dealer's license, you go to the auction, get these cheap cars, fix them up, clean them up, detail them, sell them for more. Reselling / flipping things, that is the best way to get into any field that you really want to. I used to flip shoes. Now we cleaning cars, eventually flipping cars, then property. So kind of got off track, but yeah, make sure you guys are always learning. And I already know how to detail cars. I could keep buying the same products, but you're always throwing stuff off the wall, trying to grow, trying to evolve and become better. So right now I'm really focusing on being a really good detailer, having that eye. You gotta have that eye when you're detailing. It's the small little things, just doing stuff like this. You might have cleaned the whole car and then you look up and then you see footprints, or you see makeup spots, or you see dog prints, and it's like, what product is the best to get stains out? What's product to know what to do? But also in the field I'm in, you don't have 6, 7, 8 hours to work on one car. It's kind of more so trying to be time efficient. So you have, like, that is my whole mindset. How can we go out here and make these cars look the best, but not to the point where we're out here for 10, 12 hours, doing all this tedious stuff. So that's the cool thing about starting your own business and just locking in. So yesterday we went out there. We got there, I want to say, about 8:30, 9 o'clock, and got there, and so far so good. We out there doing the cars. We originally, I told you guys, we were doing only 3 cars at first and only getting one day. Well, now we are bumped up to 2 days and 4 cars. And if you do the math, 4 cars between 3 people a day, that is about 166 bucks divided by 3 people, which isn't bad, when you guys are 3-man crew. Me, ideally, I like to do 2-man. Granted, you're a little bit more tired, you got to work a little bit harder, and it's a little bit more time consuming because you don't have that third man. But I feel like when it's me and my homie Chase, we feed off each other. So instead of sitting there talking, he's in his car, knocking his car out, I'm doing the same thing over here. Well, the third guy that we have on board, he just, he's a hard worker, great worker, but I would say, you can't, he's one of those type of workers, you can't just leave him on his own. Like, you got to make sure that he's staying up on what needs to be done. You got to what is the word? Not multitask, but you have to not manipulate. It's an M word, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm not going to edit this. I'm trying to think of the word. What's the word? Micromanage. Bam, I got it. So yeah, he's somebody you got to kind of micromanage. You got to, make sure he's getting his job done. But it's always good to have 3 people. But what's better, 166 or 250? Each car about $125. You do 4 cars, it's $500. Would you rather have $500 divided by 3 people or $500 divided by 2 people? It's $100 difference. But and it's crazy because every single time me and Chase go out there by ourselves, I don't know if we're just like really like trying to, we're working harder because we know we don't have that person. But we might show up 30 minutes early, but we end up leaving around the same time. It might be 15, 20 minutes later. But if you do the math, I mean, what's the point? That third person should be helping out so much that we should be leaving an hour early. If we're going to have a whole extra person, there should be a perk to having that person there. It shouldn't be we get there at the same time or show up 30 minutes later because now we got more things and, and then we end up leaving at the same time, getting paid the same amount. So long story short, I'm just breaking stuff down to you, business minded. on what you're gonna go through. What you're gonna go through. So we make 125 off a car. It's unheard of that, somebody is paying everybody else. And that is something that, I was talking to my bro Brian, and I was breaking stuff down to he's basically like my brother. My brother's brother, so we basically like family. And he was just telling me, don't pay, make sure you're always taking out some money no matter what for yourself. But truth be told, I didn't start this business because of money. I started this business because I wanted to see my people eat. One of the people that worked for me, he was in a situation. I'm not gonna speak on his situation on social media, but he's in a bind, and I started this business not just for him. Yeah, this has always been in the vision, but it's like, if I can see my people eat, put them on, and for them to be less stressed, to be in a better situation, I'm gonna do that. If it all adds up, if it makes sense. So, the last couple weeks, it's been a 3-man crew. Well, last week, the third man didn't show up. So it was our first day that we had 4 cars instead of 3. So instead of getting 375, we got 500. And we got paid between 2 people, 250. So that's what I'm saying. Like, even though it's more time consuming, it's a harder day. At the end of the day, when you get paid and that paycheck comes, so next week, we gonna get $1,000. We got $1,000 coming. We did 4 cars in 2 days. That's 8 cars. 8 cars, $125. You guys do the math. That's $1,000. And I don't even want to really break down all the math, but I'm paying everybody as much as I'm getting paid. That's unheard of as a boss. But I don't view myself as the boss because, me and my right hand man, we started the business. Maybe but there's perks into the reason why I started the business. You able to document. I have a paper trail. So that's the main reason why I did it. And also, you can write a lot of things off, from materials, gas. So I really started it to be more legit, to be a tax-paying citizen, to be able to eventually, get health care, I have health care, but I'm saying, be able to, have my kids on my insurance. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm getting to the point now. I'm getting older. When you're 25, you really don't think about insurance and all the other little things that you need. But the older you get and the older your kids get, the more that you realize, like, you know what I'm saying? It's not all about the money. Sometimes it's for the pay stub. Sometimes it's for the write-off. Sometimes it's for just to be legit and, stay under the radar. You know what I'm saying? Not everything has to be all for the love of money, and nah, we ain't doing that. We are about purpose. We're we're goal driven, all that. So that's the main thing that I'm really trying to, embody is, yes, money is great to have, and, without it, it's gonna be rough for you. But we're to a point now where we're not focused on the money. Now we're trying to do it for the love, do it for the inspiration, do it for the motivation, do it to help other people. I said inspire, but really to inspire. That's the rawest, most deepest form that you can do to anybody. If you inspire somebody, that's the highest human act you can give to somebody. I heard that from Nipsey. Shout out Nip. But so, I take a lot of this stuff from people who I look up to. So I'm ranting a little bit. Let's get back on track. So went out, detailed the cars, yesterday, and everything went great. We got paid. I gave them their money and stuff like that. And the only thing is today. So we woke up. And you know what? I'm not even gonna give y'all. I'm gonna give y'all the raw version, because I was gonna give you all the little chopped and screwed version, but I feel like the real story is, the best stories is the real uncut story. So it's like, I'm not about to bite my tongue. So what happened was that's the, is Chase is my right hand man, Charlie Hustle. That's whose name is the Charlie Hustle Auto Sales and Details. That's the right hand man. That's the reason why, we get paid the same, is because we out there, we thugging, we doing each car the same, it's a brotherhood, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't want to do the big bro, like, oh, well, just because I'm buying products, all that stuff will come when it comes. How I messed up is the employee, if you ever hire somebody, whether y'all family, friends, y'all locked in, you know them a while, don't pay them as much as you get paid. Don't pay you gotta at least make, and this is my rule, since we make $125 off a car, bro, since we locked in and we doing business, me and him, we can get paid. Cool. That's cool. Anybody that y'all bring on, when it comes to, business and not you can't, you is a reason why it's the boss. There's a reason why it's the managers, and each position comes with pay, or income. So net worth, you feel me? So that was my biggest mistake, just looking back on it. Like, I should have been paying him $100, kept it real with him though, like, I'm gonna pay you $100, we making $120, but I need this extra $25 because long story short, last week put a no call, no show, or he called, but oh, well, miscommunication and da 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 da. And it's crazy because it's like, you'll go out, start a business, or put people on, and in the mindset and frame of like, I'm not doing this for you because I'm always centered and I'm doing this for me, but I want to see you eat. I want to help you in a situation. People will be working for somebody. What blows my mind is some people rather be mistreated than to be in a situation where they treated good, they get good pay. It's almost that it's almost like you get a high from the toxicity, from the drama. Even though people say they don't want it and don't want to be around it, their actions will say otherwise. That's why I just made a video on TikTok. Don't listen to what people say. Go off of what they do. And that's, really big for me in having to realize people are going to always talk. People are always going, who do they show you they are? Not who do they say they are. So, missed last week. Cool, swept under the rug. It's funny because the whole time, big bro, he over here like, he ain't gonna make it. And I couldn't even see it. I'm like, so we all went out. We worked Tuesday. Everything cool. They got paid. That's another thing. As soon as niggas get paid, I don't know what it is. Especially certain type of, it's like soon as you pay these niggas, now they want to act up. So fast forward / rewind. We worked on Tuesday. So Tuesday night, I'm tired. I still got to get with the kids. I got to clean. I got to, it was to the point where I've been so much on go. I'm so OCD. My house is always in order. Everything gets put. It was to the point where my house was completely wrecked. Like, horrible. And that's not me. But it's just because I've been literally on go nonstop. So I haven't even had time. I barely had time to wash my ass. Granted, no, I'm gonna wash my ass. You feel me? Like that is a must. But I'm saying, like, I'm literally hopping in the shower. I'm making this video, right? I'm making this video going to the gym. After I go to the gym, I gotta go, get some food. And by the time I sit back down, it's gonna be time to go to sleep. When I wake up tomorrow, I got time to make videos, content, reaction videos, because I don't have all these cars. Definitely gonna have to do something with the girls and stuff like that, because I've been so much on go that they haven't really been getting they time. So, I'm gonna really lock in with the girls and do something fun with them. But yeah, so back to the story, y'all. Yesterday, did the cars, everything went good, paid them. So then I came home and I'm trying to, I'm just trying to clean up. I'm trying to catch up from the days before, because all I've been doing is on go, you feel me? Long story short, Unc called me, hey, you trying to drink? Da. Kind of was just like, yeah, da. Dang near was going to curve him, because it's like we got to wake up in the morning. Tuesday and Wednesday, the next day, we got 4 more cars. So I'm not, I just paid you. I'm not trying to, take a shot. We can, kick it, but I'm not trying to go. Man, when I tell you, he called me, told me to come over. I guess he went to go buy a TV. That's another thing. Paid him his money, went to go buy a TV, got a bottle. So now he, turned. Cool, whatever. And I come home. I'm dealing with child's mom. I'm dealing with the kids. I'm dealing with the dog, trying to clean. Like, pops up. I'm like, who the fuck is that? So I open up the door. There's an aunt. So, I'm not the type of person, hey, what's up? You know what I'm saying? We chop it up, da. Take a few shots. Just because, you know what I'm saying, it's a bottle, da. I just, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Take a couple shots, not thinking nothing of it. So Unc over here, he dancing and doing all that. And when he got the getting low and doing all this, and I'm like, he ain't coming to work tomorrow. He ain't coming. He gone. He gone. He dang near drank the whole bottle, half a bottle. When niggas ain't gonna show up to work tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? We all been in that situation. It's like, oh my God, like, he ain't coming to work. I'm like, man, chill out, because we got work in the morning. I kept saying it. I said it at least 3, 4, 5 times. So he leaves. I gotta go pick up his girl. It's about 12 o'clock. Go to sleep, wake up. First thing I do, Chase called me. The big bro called me. Cool. He on his way. Coming all the way from Inglewood, mind you. Unc lives on the same street as me. And I initially went to go knock on his door. Like, bro, you just did this last week. But you can't save everybody. That's why I was literally walking on the way. And I'm like, this is his choice. I can't make somebody be who I want them to be. I'm not gonna go knock on your door and da. I'm just gonna see who you are and move accordingly. So, walk back, getting our situation, packing up stuff and trying to make sure everything's cool before I head out. No call, no text. Mind you, Unc is quick to call me. Easy 8 o'clock, 7:30. Ain't talking about no money. He waking me up. There's been so many times where Unc, you know what I'm saying, waking me up. What's up, bro? Ain't got shit to really say. So it's like, nigga, you be waking me up talking about fleas. You be waking me up talking about this and that. And I'd be like, one, have the common courtesy to know I'm not going to call this nigga until 9, 9:30, 10, regardless. I don't care if you wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Nobody should call anybody else until about 9, 9:30 tops. Unless you have a reason to call them. Hey, I'm about to stop by. I gotta, hey. That's cool. But if you just calling it, hey, just to talk, and you calling me at 8, no, I'm sorry. It's all love. I'm not saying this, out of no hate shit. It's just like common courtesy, bro. I wouldn't do that to you, so don't do it to me. So, long story short, Uncle be calling me. 7:30. A lot of the times I'd be like, all right, bro, like, you got me fucked up. Sometimes I'll be answering though. Long story short, I call, no answer. Cool. Mind you, it's 8:30. If you know anything about people that just wake up early, regardless, if you drunk, it don't matter what your state is. You gonna wake up. If you an early bird, it don't matter what you been through or what you going through. If you sick, you gonna wake up. Now, if you go back to sleep, that's a different story. But to sit there and act like you didn't see my phone call, this nigga never texts me back still, right now. It's 7 o'clock. 6:30, 7:30. Still no call. You live right there. And I'm not trying to, you know what I'm saying? I'm not making this video trying to explain, but I'm just saying, I'm giving to y'all what I be going through. And what I gotta experience, and I'm just keeping it a buck. I'll tell him to his face. And I'm just living my truth, y'all. I'm not trying to, talk shit. I'm not trying to, but I gotta paint the picture. I gotta tell it real. So, didn't call. I'm like, bro, I know you see me calling you. Oh, you don't, Granted, I'll give him. I shouldn't even drink with him. I should have just been like, you know what, that's what you want, because it's mixing business with pleasure. We got these jobs. We got to do this, but I'm over here taking a shot. I'm to blame as well. How can I sit here and just, how can I just say all this stuff when I participated? So, granted, it is what it is. So, yeah, I'm calling him, no call. He never called me back. No, like normally it's something like, oh, you left me, or you didn't, or I woke up late. It's an excuse. But when you know somebody's so, and they can't even, they don't even have nothing to say. They just went and hiding. So, what are you doing? So, yeah, didn't call, and but on the flip side of things, fast forward, we go out there, we do 4 cars. We was only supposed to do 3, did 4 cars, only 2 people. Like I said, instead of the 167, 250. I like 250 way better. Yeah, it's a little, you know what I'm saying, what's the word I'm trying to look for? Disheartening. It's a little frustrating. Not really upset, but it's just like, and that's another thing with entrepreneurship. Like, I'm starting this stuff off of trying to build motherfuckers up, when it's like, in the mentality of shit, it's like, I really don't even need this shit. I'm doing this shit off of, trying to do, but you know what I'm saying? Like, trying to do it the right way, but at the same time, like, bruh, you need this more than I need it. In a sense. I'm not trying to count your pockets, because that's not me. I'm not trying to, I never talk down on nobody in their situations or what they're going through. But if you going through a situation that I can see, and it's like, I go out of my way to throw, a lifesaver to save you, it's like, motherfuckers won't even grab the lifesaver. They'll just drown. And then try to call. The crazy thing about it is, later, once shit kind of goes and everything just even, I know that motherfuckers is going to try to play the victim card, or, and it's like, bro, this is what it is. So, I think from now on, it's just going to be me and Chase. we're definitely looking into hiring more people because it's cool to do this for 2 days throughout the week, but maybe one day for me, hire some people, and they say you need 6 to 7 streams of income in order to be a millionaire. So this is just one of the few that we building up. Really, it's about buying your time back, buying your, what I'm saying, being able to move how you want to. So, Unc didn't show up today, and it's just kind of like, more than anything, it's kind of, like I said, disheartening, because it's like, I get it. I drank with him. I get it. He didn't show up. I get it. But, at the same time, he's a grown-ass man. And we on this earth, all we have is the choices that we make. And depending upon them choices, we either going to get lessons or blessings. So, that's out of my hands. It's just like, it's a lot of the times when I'm grown, I came up and I always had that, like, poor me, or I wish it was somebody to give. But then you realize a lot of the times when people did give me or help me, or when I help other people don't respect shit off of a handout, off of gifts, and they don't appreciate it. They only appreciate the shit that they work for. So this is less about Unc. Love Unc. Always gonna be cool. Not trying to talk down, but I'm just, like I said, I'm painting the whole picture. Can't bite my tongue. I gotta paint it. And that's what happened today. Like I said, we probably just gonna move down 2 days. 2 days doing 4 cars, waking up, being there about 9, leaving about 2:30, 3, 2 people. That's $1,000 a week. Divide that by 2, that's $500 a week. 2 days. 2 days for $500. It's not that bad. Now, 2 days, 8 cars divided by 3, that's like I want to say like $350, $360, not even $400. So, even though it's gonna suck to, not be in that 3-man crew, and it was cool while it lasted and stuff like that, you realize when it comes to business, you can only mess with people who are business minded. Maybe we'll definitely, throw them in there, see if, depending on what's what, but, you can't run a business off of your feelings. You can't run a business off of, relationships. You have to run the business off of who shows up, who works hard. That's what matters. That's what matters. So, yeah, we did our 2 days. We getting paid next week. So that's what is going on with the detailing stuff. So that was today. So right now, I made a video on TikTok. Go watch. Making this YouTube video, I'm going to show you guys, little snippets throughout my day from yesterday and today. I want to do that towards the end of the video, just so you guys know that I'm really like out here. I'm not just making these videos. Like, I'm really out here waking up and thugging from minute to minute, from hour to hour, day to day. Like, just because I turn this off or I might go ghost, that doesn't mean that I'm not going hard. So yeah, I'm about to go walk my dog, right? I'm about to go on a nice little walk, because he hasn't been really getting his time. I can see how he more, So take him on his walk, go to the gym, work out. We got chest and tries. After that, grab some food, rip and run around, clean up. Like, this stuff don't stop. I'm working until I go to sleep. And then when I wake up tomorrow, I'm really getting on TikTok, making these videos, and just like social media, because the 2 days have been business. So, I'm trying to figure out a way to juggle all this stuff, what I can insert and how I can do it without killing myself, but at the same time making sure that, I'm on it. and my foot's on the pedal, and I'm not letting up. So, hope you guys enjoyed this story. Like I said, you know, this isn't for me to talk down on nobody. I just be having to have these conversations. I appreciate you guys for listening, and like this ain't nothing bad towards It's just in a sense of either he's gonna step up or we gotta keep moving on. So I'm gonna be telling you all these stories and breaking stuff down, just in a sense of what I have to go through and what I'm learning through entrepreneurship. So hopefully, you guys can take this stuff. Y'all don't have to go through the stuff that I went through. You can guys just listen. But a lot of the times, you know, if you're anything like me, you'll hear it and then you'll still go do the opposite of what you was told. But then it's like, oh yeah, he was right. You feel me? Like, dang, I should have listened. So yeah, it's all love, positivity, good vibes. I appreciate y'all. Let me give y'all a quote before I leave. So today's quote, random quote, bam. Today's quote, your grace must be grounded. No, your grace must be guarded. Your grace must be guarded. So, guard your grace. I see you guys. I appreciate you guys. Another one in the books. Tomorrow, like I said, we're just going to be really locked in on social media and just connecting with the kids, dogs. So, love y'all. Peace. We out.